Hello, my dear Tan fans. Welcome to another week of Q&A with Coach T. I'm so glad you tuned in today. We have a great question, and I'm going to get to it without keeping you waiting. Here we go. Dear Coach T, I grew up in a not very well-off family, but my parents always managed to put food on the table. Today, I'm a very successful executive for a prominent company, and my salary is more than enough to feed 3 families. I'm definitely a very grateful person, but I feel guilty for being so successful, and I have a hard time spending money on myself. How can I shake it off? Thank you, CJ, for writing in. It's a great question. You're coming from a fear of loss. Fear of losing it all. If I lose all this, then I won't be grateful. If I start spending too much, maybe I'm turning my back on what my parents told me to be careful with my money, because the way they raised me was always to make sure you have enough for everything, because they wanted to give me everything, and whatever they were doing, they were struggling. They still managed to put food on the table. They still managed to send me to school. So it all comes from that. And you might feel guilty because you think if you're spending on yourself, now that you're very successful and you can afford that, you might feel that you're turning your back on them. And that's why maybe the guilt is coming from. What I'd like to start with is self-love. So as I mentioned also in my webinar, I'm releasing that really soon, by the way. So keep on watching the YouTube. It's coming up really soon. What does self-love in a nutshell mean? It means give to yourself. When you have it, give to yourself first so you can give more to others. And based on what you're saying here, we're giving to charities. We're spending money too. So that also costs money. So if you're thinking that I should be careful with my money, then you would have to be careful with the charitable things too. And you don't want to do that. The best way to go about that is aligning the emotions of your present with your present. And the emotion that you had in the past about being careful and all that, that's great. Take the good positive parts of it and let go of the rest that does not pertain to your lifestyle today. How to do that? Let's say when you're getting your paycheck and your salary, your monthly or whatnot, you set some money aside and you say, this is for my travels, this is for me, this is for my shopping, and that's it. This is the chunk that I want to do, and be generous with that. If you're feeling guilty for going on a trip or buying something expensive for yourself, you can always say to yourself, hey, if I don't spend this, and if I stay in town, I'll be an angry person. Maybe I park in the wrong spot. I have to end up paying for towing. I have to end up paying for a speeding ticket because I'm really angry and I'm not fulfilled. So you can be really silly about it and justify that for yourself to spend it for you. When you're giving, remember, you're not giving because society dictates to you, not because your parents are telling you to be charitable. These are good reasons. But the main reason you should be giving is because I really want to be fulfilled. I want to take that feeling in, and I want to feel it that I can, not because I should. It's because I can. I'm giving all this to these people, and I'm feeling amazing about it. And that would allow you to really feel that love, that self-love within you. Give yourself that reward. You deserve that reward. And giving to a charity is not just rewarding yourself. Giving to yourself is a reward. So if you're feeling good and if you're feeling fulfilled and if you got that purse that you always wanted to have or that ski trip you always wanted to go to, that will give you that sense of achievement, that sense of I did it, I made it happen. Then you can go back and, I don't know, even for your parents, send them on a cruise, do a trip or something. And the more grateful you are for what you have, and the more thankful you are for what you have, you become a happier person. And that's how you can shed some of that guilt off, or maybe all of it, and start living the life that you deserve, living the life that you planned and made for yourself, instead of living the life that's not aligned with the life that you have today and you're stuck somewhere in the past. You have to align your present and your future. And that's how you teach others to do so as well. So there might be people watching you and they want to learn from you. But if you're not doing it fully and you're not fully fulfilled and enjoying, then people are like, so she has all this money and she's not living it. What's the point of making all that? And one last thought here is give yourself permission to enjoy it. So write it on a piece of paper, put it on your mirror or your door that you're walking out every day and coming back and everything. Give yourself permission to enjoy the life you created. I hope this has been helpful to you. For more of these tips, you can go to my website at tandartanavoli.com, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week. Until then, keep happy and healthy.